Hello, this is Bodhisattva again, and this is episode 2 of our battle against the beasts of Northrend in Trial of Crusader 10. And as we left off last time, we were in the middle of Acid Maw, Dead Scale, and here we are, just about to get Acid Maw down. If you recall, the important factors of this initial phase of the fight are if you're getting sprayed with the acid that you get to the person marked with the skull, you'll see that person actually standing next to me. To the boss mods will mark those people for you. We went on ahead and just about took down Acid Maw before he dove under one more time. And they will do that. They will dive under and they'll kind of switch positions. One will be stationary and one will be moving. Juxtaposed to what they were doing at the beginning of the encounter. We got Acid Maw down, so that's a good deal. That is the big hump you really got to get over, and then all DPS on the Dead Scale. And essentially, he's just a tank and spank after that. He's going to do intermittent damage with varying levels of intensity, but pretty much just sit back and wail on him at this point. The more tricky part of this fight is if one of the tanks gets the poison on him, the toxin, that he immediately move to the other tank if he's got the mobile boss. If he does not have the mobile boss, then the tank or the person with the skull, and generally speaking it is the tank, needs to move to him. And that's what makes this fight sometimes a little bit tricky. But we're doing nicely here on Dead Scale. And he's very easy when he's stationary. When he's moving is when he needs to be kited because he drops those poison clouds on the ground, a lot like Grobulus. And nice Ramus. And there we go, Dead Scale now. So that's a good deal. And here comes Icehowl. Icehowl's very simple. Although you will see us fail many times on the critical part of this boss, which is his charge. Essentially, he's a tank and spank. Not much else to him other than that. I do believe the tanks are taunting off of each other with stacks of debuffs, and he spits out this annoying breath that freezes you in place. That's about all that is annoying. It's going to freeze you in place. You're going to be able to DPS for a while. And it's pretty hard to avoid, so I might not waste a bunch of time trying to avoid that. And here he is getting ready to charge, and he snaps us all back, and now he's going to pick somebody to charge, and if he picks you, he puts his gaze on you, you need to run away from that spot and that person needs to run away from him immediately. Now we did a nice job there, because if he hits one of us, he will enrage, and a tranquil shot will get that off. But the problem with that is when he hits somebody, he doesn't get stuck, and when he doesn't hit somebody, he gets stuck, and you do a tremendous amount of DPS on him. I believe it's 50% more crit or something of that nature, but the DPS at that point is what's important, and that's what kills this boss. So it's critical that happens, and several of us made the mistake of being in his way. Not only will he kill you if you're in his way, but he will enrage, and one of the hunters will have to take that off with a shot, otherwise he'll start wiping the raid. Now here he is going to charge again. We do well with it here for the first few times, but then something we get lackadaisical with it. There I am running away from where he was charging. Oh, and he hit somebody. See him enrage, and then one of the hunters will hit him with a tranquil shot. It was me, and we took care of that. And we continue to DPS him. But we've lost a raid member. So on this portion of the fight, it's a good example of, you're going to see some good examples of really what to avoid. And you can, as you'll see, I do it too. I blow it and die, because you got to watch kind of where you are hanging out and the crevices here. And I've heard people say that perhaps a better strategy is to strafe out of it. Which might not be a bad idea, because when you start turning around and your screen comes in your face because your zoom's set up way back like mine is, or whatever, can get really confusing about where you are, and you don't have much time to respond to getting out of his way. Okay, so he's facing that way. I turned my camera that way, and that was no problem. I was able to get out of the way, no problem. But again, he hit somebody, and here we go. We'll trinkle shot him. Okay, that's fine, but we lost another raid member. And this is really one of the easier parts of the encounter. We really were sloppy on this, but at least you got to see what he does when that happens. And if you don't have a hunter handy, you're in big trouble. And it's a long ways to go through 2 other, I guess, quote, mini bosses to get to him, to have him beat you, because he's not that difficult of a boss. Okay, there he's slamming us again. Getting ready to charge. Puts his gaze on somebody else. I can't see. Okay, I got my bearings, and he still hit somebody. So, boom, I trinkle shot him. Okay, we're back in action, but no crit. We should have had him down a long time ago, and we're down another raid member. So he's picking us off one by one. And he's going to charge one more time. And I'm trying to get my bearings, and I don't really there, but do okay. And that time we succeeded, so good. Now we got a real shot down in him, and we actually don't here. Had we avoided one more, he would be dead already. But this is the situation we're in now, so we're gonna put as much DPS on him as we can. That ice breath didn't help, and we're gonna face probably one more of his charges. Here he goes. I believe this is the one I blow it on. He gazes that way. I'm confused. I don't know which way to go. I try to go that way, and I get turned around, and bam, he nails me, and I blow it. So, and we almost wiped because of that.